Mario's, Luigi's, and Daisy. Oh my! We have traveled through chapter 12 and we have arrived at chapter 13. Hi, I'm Miss Jenny, and welcome to the story time. We are reading the Super Mario Bros. Junior novelization from the 1990s movie. And it has been a lovely journey. In the last chapter, Koopa was about to merge the dimensions with his 3,000 Goombas. Mario was escaping with the Brooklyn girls and Daniela through a ventilation shaft, and Lena is semi-conscious, and Luigi and Daisy are witnessing Koopa be crazy. Let's dive back in to chapter 13. Thanks to Mario's earlier sabotage, the inside of the ventilation duct was indeed covered in ice. With a whoosh, the mattress shot downward. Mario and the Brooklyn girls held on tight. "Last exit to Brooklyn," Mario shouted as they corkscrewed through the shaft, ducking huge icicles hanging from the ceiling. Then, suddenly, Mario saw the, bottomless chasm from earlier right ahead. "Lean!" he cried, shrieking. All the girls leaned. The mattress banked up along one side and, well, just missed the chasm. I guess you could just do that. Okay. "Yahoo!" they all screamed. I'm sure that they all screamed Yahoo in unison. I like to think that they did. Crash! The mattress smashed through a grate and landed in Koopa Square. Still holding on tight, Mario and the girls, they knocked over pedestrians and bicyclists. Mario spotted Koopa and his Goombas leading a handcuffed Daisy and Luigi into the subway tunnel. "Devo guns ready?" Koopa shouted as they neared the entrance. "Come on, let's go!" "Yeah!" Mario bellowed as the mattress plowed into the crowd, knocking over Koopa. Okay, good. I thought he was going to knock over more civilians. Half a dozen Goombas crashed through the window on the Thwomp Stomper store, sending Thwomp Stompers flying all over the sidewalk. Luigi rushed towards his brother. "Mario, you're amazing. Are you okay?" Mario was flushed with excitement, but he just shrugged. Then they turned to see Koopa rising to his feet with a fireball gun in his hand. "Too late, humans. Looks like I win. Next time I see you, you and all your fellow humans from the other dimension will be de-evolved into..." Wait, don't tell me. Not puppies. Not bunnies. "Monkeys. That's it, Mario," Luigi whispered, nodding at the scattered Thwomp Stompers. "The boots. The boots!" Mario grabbed a Thwomp Stomper and launched it at Koopa. It knocked him back and out of sight. Then he launched another boot, sending a food cart smashing into the Goombas. That poor food cart. Boy, am I hungry. Some of the Goombas ran, while others were caught underneath the overturned cart. A moment later, everything grew quiet. Kerblam! A fireball nearly blew them away. Koopa had climbed into a huge metal bucket above the middle of the square. He clenched the meteorite piece in his teeth as he took aim again. Doesn't this boy have pockets? "Hey, Mario!" Luigi shouted, still struggling with his handcuffs, by the way. "Get us out of these cuffs." "Here, take my belt," Mario said, unhinging his tool belt, giving it to Daniela. "Help them get out of those cuffs. I'll get the rock off the lizard." "Here, Mario," Luigi said, "take my belt, but it's empty. Trust the fungus." Daniela freed him from his handcuffs and he threw his belt to Mario. Inside one of the pockets, Mario found a mushroom and a round, small bomb. "Don't forget," Luigi shouted. "The fungus is among us." Mario hitched on the belt, then climbed up a fungus vine and swung towards Koopa. But the Lizard King fired a fireball and it severed the fungus in two. "Only a miracle's gonna save you, plumber." Mario started to fall, but Mario managed to grab a rail underneath the bucket. Whew, thank goodness. As Koopa searched the square for him, Mario silently creeped up behind. Wham! He smashed Koopa in the back of the hand, sending the meteorite piece flying. Down, down it fell towards Lena, who was running through the streets below. Seeing the meteorite piece fall, she vaulted over a railing and caught it, but a moment later, she fell onto a power grid. Woman cannot catch a break. Psst! Lena's red hair ballooned as she was electrified. Mario was sure that she was fried for good. But, amazingly, she jumped up and ran down the subway entrance. Listen, if the girl has a thing to do, she's not going to die yet. "We've got to stop her," Daisy shouted, "before she gets to the meteorite. Let's go, girls." Luigi yelled and ran into the subway tunnel after Lena. I know, like, he's talking to the Brooklyn girls, but let's go, girls. Unaware that Lena now had the meteorite piece, Koopa was searching the floor of his little bucket frantically. Mario knew that he had to stall Koopa to give Luigi and Daisy time to escape. Tying the leather shoelace from his work boot, Mario then held it out towards Koopa, pretending that he had a rock inside his hand. This big brain energy. "Is this what you're looking for? Give me that rock," Koopa shouted. Mario leapt out of the bucket and landed in the traffic below. Koopa instantly followed, chasing him through the traffic and up an empty walkway. Once again, Mario held out the leather lace. "Come and get it, lizard breath." As Koopa stepped towards him, wisps of flames licked out of the end of his fireball gun. Mario searched desperately for something to defend himself with. He plunged his hand into Luigi's belt, and he pulled out a little bomb. He had no idea what it was, but when Koopa saw it, he froze. "Stop!" he gasped. "Put that down." So it is dangerous, Mario thought. He quickly wound up the bomb and set it down. Koopa stared in terror. It began to roll towards him. But then suddenly the bomb slipped through the grate onto the street below. Mario and Koopa both gritted their teeth, waiting for an explosion. But nothing happened. Koopa smiled and started towards Mario again. He was only a few feet away now. The nozzle of the fire gun was so close that Mario could see the pilot light and feel its evil heat. Koopa started to pull the trigger. Mario knew that he'd be fried to a crisp if he didn't do something fast. He grabbed the barrel of the fireball gun and he blew out the pilot light. A second later, Koopa pulled the trigger. Click, click, with the pilot light out. Nothing happened. Down in the subway tunnel, Lena entered the huge underground meteorite chamber. At its center was the rounded, silvery top of the giant meteor. Just as she climbed onto the meteor, Luigi, Daisy, and the Brooklyn girls burst in. "You're too late," Lena cackled as she thrust the meteorite piece into place. "It's mine. I've earned the power." But the power was too much for her. As Luigi and the others watched, a giant crackling wave of energy burst out from the meteor and enveloped Lena. It was only a second before she was disintegrated. I really liked her. As the bright light faded, they saw her elongated outline etched into the chamber wall. Like a fossil. I'm gonna miss her. The rock wall began to swirl. Flashes of energy crashed like thunder. "What's happening?" Daisy gasped. It's the gateway, Luigi shouted. Yeah, Daniela said. That's where we came through. Hurry, Luigi shouted, and be careful on the other side. Just, don't look down. Angelica stepped towards the swirling rock and hesitated. Go! It's shrinking. Angelina took a deep breath and flung herself at the wall, disappearing into the swirling liquid rock. Why gotta be Angelina again? Another girl dove in. Then it was Daniela's turn. At the last second, she turned to Luigi. Tell Mario, she began, wishing she could protect her boyfriend somehow. Then she shook her head. Forget it. He never listens to anything. Daniela went through the wall. That was all the Brooklyn girls except Daisy. Where was she? Luigi looked around and saw that she was climbing on the meteor. The meteorite piece vibrated as it was slowly being sucked into the meteor. Daisy, don't! Luigi shouted. Ignoring him, she grabbed the meteorite piece. Luigi knew that she was trying to stop the invasion by preventing the two dimensions merging. Now he heard a loud reverberating sound and saw waves of energy scattering across the tunnel walls. Luigi stared up at Lena's imprint on the wall, terrified that Daisy's imprint would soon be there as well. In Koopa Square. Cliffhanger. Okay. In Koopa Square, Koopa and Mario heard the reverberating sound too. Everything around them began to shimmer, and it started growing translucent. It's happening! Koopa gasped, glaring at Mario. You don't have the meteorite piece, you filthy mammal. He turned and looked around frantically. The invasion! Where are my Goombas? A large group of Goombas were standing near the subway tunnel, but as Mario and Koopa watched, they began to shimmer out of existence. Peculiar. Near them on the streets, cars began to disappear. Mario looked down at himself. Now he too was starting to disappear. And that's the end of chapter 13. We have just 2 chapters left in the Super Mario Bros. Jr. novelization. Are you guys excited to be through it? Do you not know how it ends? How many of you have actually seen the movie from the 90s? And did you like it? Join us next time and we'll find out what happens next. I've been Miss Jenny. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.